Hello. Um, just got a post via the cell phone from my daughter. Let me put my thumb over here. Let me switch cameras maybe here. Nope. Different camera. Here we go. For my daughter Hilary, living outside of Fort Worth. They have a volunteer fire department. Anyway, she says here it's going to be a wildfire 3 streets over, streaming. It's growing, and the area is so small. Of course, they have a volunteer fire department, and I don't know which direction, but well, I know which direction the fire department is, or the station, which wouldn't be manned. Um, and so anyway, so just about out of coke. This is the emergency here. This is all the coke I have. And of course, half a block from here, there's whoops, microphone. Half a block from here, there's a be open tomorrow small store up at the corner, and then there's some other places that my son can walk down. That my son can walk to. Okay, I'm still using the microphone here. There's my son. Wow. Wow.
I'll show you. 180. All right, how much I figure out?
200.
Right, you guys, that's 200. What do you know? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, 200.
Okay, I
put
think.
it in your bank account? I'll put it in tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, tomorrow. And why don't you leave it with me?
Yep.
And then tomorrow you can go to the
deposit.
bank for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let me pause this. Our daughter's on the telephone now, and evacuating a bunch of cats from there. And my ex-wife, of course, is telling her to keep her cell phone going so that Darlene will know what's going on. And then I went in and did something with my head or whatever, and then Darlene is like, "What's wrong with you?" You know. A while back, Hilary got her arm cut real bad. Ripped open by a cat, I think it was. Because she got in between them fighting. So she went to the hospital. Let's see, I guess by ambulance finally. And then she left the hospital, walking at night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, walking home with her cell phone. And then, of course, Darlene was saying, "Well, keep talking to me." And I said, "Tell her to stop talking to you and save the battery on her cell phone." you know. And of course she didn't. And I kept telling her, you know, she didn't, because Darlene knows more than I do about everything. And I mean, just because I was a firefighter, just because I was a police officer for X number of years, a security officer for 30 years, I mean, what would I, you know, fire marshal at a hospital, I mean, what would I know about it? So anyway, God. So anyway, Hilary made it home, but it was 3 a.m. in the morning, and she had to walk a tremendous distance on dark roads, and no cell phone, because she was talking to, you know, Darlene wanted to, you know, make sure she got home, and I told her the cell phone would, you know, oh God, help me. Who's the comedian that always, his thing was that he got no respect? And that's me here. So I'm still using the other microphone, and I haven't hooked this up yet. I'm not really in a mood to hook this up, but I'll have to do it here one of these days. Get it hooked up. I mentioned before, by the way, that here in the United States, because of the area or whatever, I think 80% of firefighters are volunteer firefighters. You know, where I was a reserve officer for I was a reserve officer all the time, but I patrolled one night a week, and then a few times they called me in, more than a few, to work the day shift, because we didn't have any, at the beginning we didn't have any full-time officers. And the volunteer fire department there, they were given a house, a nice house, in a nice suburban neighborhood. I'm not sure exactly if it was a tax, you know, write-off. Anyway, their fire department was given the house. And the fire department was going to use the house. They were going to set up smoke inside the houses. And then, in fact, I went through their volunteer fire department training, you know. But then make sure you put the mask on. What they would do is they'd turn the crank off and turn your oxygen off too, you know. And then make sure that you knew that, you know, that kind of stuff, and send you into the smoke-filled area, that type of thing. Well, so this brand new house, I mean, just about brand new, the fire department decided to set a little fire in the house. And there was a fire hydrant right in front of the right in front of the house, right there in front of the house. But the fire department did check the fire hydrant to make sure that it was working, that there was water to it, and there wasn't. And the house burned down. That made the news citywide, not just in Raymore, but in Kansas City too. And I was the officer. That was my, I went in that like 7 p.m., or I could go in whenever I wanted to. I think I went in at 6 or 7 p.m. And dispatch, of course, informed me of the situation. Said the fire department does not want to be called about the house. But I kept a close eye. I went by, and occasionally there was, you know, some fire broke out a little bit, and I just got out of patrol. I didn't even call in. I didn't even call in that I just went and stomped it out or whatever, so as not to embarrass the fire department. But anyway, I think you just saw and heard my son. He gave me $200 for, well, $100 is of money that I loaned him because he runs out of money. He spends way too much money on cigarettes. I think they're $7 a pack, and he smokes. And he said a pack lasts him a day. I don't know if it's correct or not, you know, but anyway, so $100 of that was money that I gave him over, you know, the last month. And then he tossed an extra 100 to help with the rent and other things. Anyway, guess I'll let you go before I say more than I should probably say. Anyway, please click on subscribe, click on something below, and I'll anyway, I'll let you go. Hilary's wanting Darlene to turn on the television and get it would be it wouldn't be, you know, it would just might be mentioned. And I doubt it would be even mentioned. You know, it's a brush fire out there, but, you know, there are houses in that area. Anyway, thank you very much.